In 1983, Return of the Jedi was released in the theaters, and we got merchandise like this belt right here. I had it. And today we're going to look at merchandise for Return of the Jedi that's not action figure related. It's going to be a lot of fun. They release a lot of stuff like this belt. That's not anything they release. They also release this hat. Look at this hat. Looks like Jabba the Hutt himself sat on it. Who sat on my hat? Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt did it. That damn Jabba. And then you got a vest. A vest? It's brown. It's a Han Solo vest. You got to order this from the fan club, but to me it should have been black, right? Why was it brown? It said it was Han Solo's. Nah. I don't understand that. Let's continue looking at more merchandise from Return of the Jedi. And here's one that I had. Well, I had the record because I was a cool kid. This is the read-along books where you take a book, read along. The narrator read it to you. You look at the pages. I wouldn't read along. I just let why would I do that? I let the narrator read it to me. I look at the pages. You get all three of them, the whole trilogy right here. This one's on cassette, like I said. Cool kids like me had the record. You say, Junkman, you weren't a cool kid. Yes, I was, because I had this right here. Okay, I didn't have it back in the 80s. I wasn't that cool. I don't even think I knew about it. But I did buy it in the 90s at a flea market. It was a lot of fun. I wish I had it as a kid. I don't think I ever played it as the game, but I would stand the little figures in and push them down into the Sarlacc pit. And if I had it as a kid, I know, without a doubt, I would have put my Stormtrooper. I would have put my action figures on it. No, I would have. And how about this? A bookmark with a... That's a weird looking Jabba. What? That's disturbing. Disturbing. Let's look at some more merchandise released in 1983 for the promotion of Return of the Jedi. Like this right here, a book of masks. Yeah, a whole book. Monday, you want to look like Princess Leia? You can do it. Tuesday, you can look like R2-D2. Well, I don't see him on the... I don't know, maybe you could do R2-D2. Wednesday, you can look like Chewbacca. Throughout the week, you could even look like Biff Fortuna on a Friday. Oh, that's crazy. Biff Fortuna on a freaking Friday. But there was other things released in 1983, like this right here. A lot of kindergartens have this one. Did you go to kindergarten in 1983? You might have had this book. The ABC Readness. I guess I need this book. A kindergarten workbook. There's 3PO sitting at his desk, and R2's coming up and saying, beep, deep, beep, deep, doop-a-doop. Give me some work to do. ABC. That stands for another bad creation. And we also have Return of the Jedi Comb and Keeper. I don't know what's supposed to keep. What's supposed to keep your dandruff? You open it up right there where the lid is. You open it up and you comb your hair and you close it and put your dandruff back into the little container. I don't know why it's Landspeeder, Return of the Jedi. Landspeeder wasn't even in the movie. And even if you're talking about A New Hope, it didn't have R2 and 3PO. Maybe this was a cut scene on their way to Jabba's palace. You can at least put that in your mind, I guess. There's always comb. You can comb your hair with a slave. Yeah, comb your hair with a slave. Princess Leia. Back in the 80s, we didn't call her Slave Leia. I didn't hear that till the late 90s, maybe even early 2000s. We just called her Prisoner Princess Leia, or most of the time, Bikini. Gold bikini. We call her Princess Leia in the gold bikini. Look at that. Look like Spock's casket. You see that? But there it is right there. That's a pop-up comb. In case you want a comb that pops, you can get you one with a pop-up comb. And then check out this right here. Another comb and keeper, but it's Max Rebo. Size Snoodles. And the Max Rebo band. Sorry, Snide. I almost forgot to say Size Snoodles right there. And there it is. Get your comb, put it in your pocket. Look cool. Back in 1983. Because again, we're looking at merchandise released in 1983 to support the release of the final Star Wars movie. So we thought it was in 1983, the end of the saga. How about this right here? A button. You can stick it on your sleeve. You can stick it on your blue jean jacket. You can put it on your pants. It says The Force. You can stick it wherever you want to stick it. You can't stick it anywhere you want to stick it. You can't stick it on your grandma's nipple. Well, you can stick it about anywhere you want it. And within reason, I should have said. So let's move on here. How about this? A little statue of Han Solo. Did a bunch of these. This is the Han Solo one. Something weird looking with the head, if you ask me. Something just don't look right. I don't know, man. Look like Robert Urich playing Han Solo. And then you only could win this. Movie theaters give away. Kmart, I think, gave away. I forget. I did a whole video who gave away. I think movie theaters gave it away. And in one of the department stores. But you can win this. A ride-on speeder bike. Yeah, tell me you want to be the coolest motherfucker in the neighborhood with this thing. Everybody else come with that BMX. You come up there. Well, you want no jumping no ramps. I was going to say you come in there jumping the ramps. You wouldn't be able to jump ramps. That's the bad thing. But you'd be badass riding around the neighborhood on this thing. Look at that. That is freaking awesome. And then we have a headboard. I think that's what it is. I can't remember. The head, some kind of furniture thing goes on the bed or something. And it's got... Ooh. Ugh, sorry about that. And it's got Luke on it. It's got a weird looking stormtrooper. You know what? Weird about this? It's made by. This is a toy company. Well, not a toy company. This is a furniture company that made furniture for kids' bedrooms. Sorry about that. They made furniture for kids' bedrooms. And the name of the company, I shit you not, is called Kidnap. Kidnap. I'm going to open my own company where I make bed frames and wood desks and stuff for kids' rooms. Let's see what I can call it. How about Kids Sleep Safe? No, that's stupid. How about Kid Furniture? That's right. No. Oh, I got one. Kidnapped. Who would name that? God, I don't understand. Let's move on right here to a nightlight. You scared of the dark? Well, C3PO will help you out. You won't be scared of the dark anymore, will you? Because you got a nightlight that you plug in. That's 3PO's head. And then we have a toy box, or maybe you can use a clothes hamper toy box. This is one I always wanted to put over here. I've seen it sometime at toy shows and stuff. I was like, I want to put it in my junk room. Never got a chance to get it. But it's R2-D2. There it is, right there. And also released in 1983. Look at this. I guess it's like a coat rack or a hat rack, or maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe it's both. Maybe you can put both on it. It's got Darth Vader. Now the Kidnap company to make this one, but as you can see, you can put it in a kid's room and put your raincoat on it maybe. Who knows? And also you had this. The card game. Yeah, card game. You can play a card game. I never played this game. How much was it? $3.99 back then. $3.99. I don't know if it's a lot of fun. I can't tell you much about it, but we're just looking at merchandise released in 1983. And how about this right here? A bowl. You can put you some Fruit Loops in it. No, don't put the C3POs. They were out of date by now. You put some Fruit Loop Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles. I like Cocoa Pebbles because you can drink the milk when you're done. It turns into chocolate milk. You put the white milk in it, you drink it, and it turns into chocolate milk. You're like, oh, I started with white, ended up with chocolate. Let's move on right here to Cake Top. It's your birthday. You want Star Wars theme on your birthday? Put it on the top of the cake with 3PO and R2. Me, I would like the Boba Fett one. I don't know if they made a Boba Fett one. I don't think they did. If they should have. To me, Boba Fett should have been on everything. Make $1 million putting Boba Fett on something. And check out this right here. Now, I was a cool kid in 1983, so I didn't have this. This kind of nerdy shit to get you beat up. A briefcase, satchel, to take to school. Take it to school. That's just sad. But check out this. I did have this one. Book covers. I remember this. I remember. I can remember going to Zayre's in 1983 getting book covers. It was like the third day of school. The first day we got a list of everything we needed, and by third day we was like, we gotta get this book cover. And this is the first time I ever had a book cover. I was like, oh, because I think I might have had. I don't think this is the first time I think I needed a book cover. By middle school we had book covers, but I just made it all out of a brown bag. But I remember this. I was like, oh man, I thought it was fancy. I got some good books this year. Last year, second grade. They didn't care about the books. They didn't care if they got messed up. They was like, the second grade book. Kids gonna drool all over them. Third grade, whatever grade. Well, I wasn't in third grade. What am I talking about? 1983. Shit, I was 11 years old. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Anyway, whatever grade, 11-year-olds. Well, not most 11. I fell second grade. So, whatever grade I was in, I had this and I got excited for it. Fourth grade. I don't know. And then we got some erasers. Oh, you make a mistake? Well, it doesn't matter now because you got your erasers from the Return of the Jedi collection released in 1983. And there's Yoda from 1980. What? You ripped us off. And that's a 3PO from... That's a 3PO pose from Star Wars. That's an Empire Strikes Back Yoda. That's Admiral Akbar. I guess they had to get them made real fast to get them out in the stores. So I'll let it slide. How about some more erasers right here? One's Darth Vader, the Millennium Falcon, and 3PO's head. I wish it was Boba Fett, but you got a Falcon, and that's always cool right there. And then you had a birthday cake topper. You put this on top of the cake. I didn't ever have a Return of the Jedi themed birthday party. Would have been cool. When I was about 8 years old, I had a Cookie Monster cake, but we're talking Star Wars and not Cookie Monster merchandise. That might be down the road somewhere. Who knows when it comes to this channel. And then we have, look at this, a desk to put in your room, Return of the Jedi. It's got side snoodles and the Rebo bed. It's got Chewbacca as a prisoner. It's got Bosch. That's Princess Leia in disguise if you didn't know. And the rest is too small for me to see. But it looks really darn cool. Another thing I would like to have back then, even if I was, how old was I? 11 or going on 11. Depending on what time of the year I bought it. Birthday's in September. That's the way I can drop a real hint that my birthday's coming soon. And how about this? The carrying case. I said not action figure related, but I had to put this in here because this is my holy grail. I have all the, well, you can't see them. I have all the carrying cases. I got one over here. Where are they at? I got one over this. Oh, they're both over there. Never mind. You can't see it. Carrying case. I got Star Wars. I got Empire. Although there's two Empire ones. I don't know. As long as I got one, I'm okay. Jedi I won't. I can't bring myself to buy it because every time I find it, it's like $300. I can't pay. I ain't paying $300 for a damn carrying case. And how about this? Some kind of lunch pail. Oh, I want to have a picnic with Sally? Get your bologna sandwich ready because we're going with a Return of the Jedi lunch pail. It's a cool graphic on it though. I will give it that. That graphic is kind of cool. And how about a Clay 2 mug? I sure could go for some drink. I wish I had my Clay 2 mug. Who wouldn't want to drink? I think I would have to drink like green Gatorade out of it. Just seems like it's the best kind. Let me do make a green Gatorade. And how about this match block puzzle? I never seen this before until today. To be honest, until today, I've never even seen this thing. I don't know, some kind of puzzle. I don't know. It looks like a pain in the ass though. And then we've got tape. That's right, tape. Woohoo! You want to have some tape? You can have some tape now with this tape dispenser of Darth Vader. It looks better than that perverted 3PO tape dispenser, remember? How about a wallet? You can put your money in it. Or your condom. 1983, if you got a condom, you didn't use it. You can put it in your wallet, though. Show it to your friends on the playground. Make them think you're cool. Be like, hey, look what I got in my wallet. And they'll be like, I've been in the ask you next week, that condom still in there? And they'll be like, yeah. And then about the end of the school, you got a ring around on your wallet. Ring around. Remember ring around on the collar? What happened to that? Did they cure that? Remember it was all over TV back when you watched soap operas, you know, when you're sick and you're at your grandma's house and you watch As the World Turns. Oh, that Victor Newman! What was that, Young and the Restless? Anyway, ring around the collar. It always come on and be like, hey, use this for ring around the collar. I don't hear nothing about ring around the collar anymore. What happened? People started washing their necks, I guess. I guess they realized, hey, we don't got to worry about washing our clothes. We just damn wash our neck when we take a bath. And check out a stool to sit in. You're like one of them stools your parents put in the corner when you go in time out. But it makes you a little bit happy because it's Return of the Jedi. You're like, okay, I'm in trouble. But at least I get to sit in a Return of the Jedi chair. So that makes it a little bit better, doesn't it? And how about this? A watch. It's got fucking Ewoks on it. Now, I'm not an Ewok basher. But as a kid that was, how old was I in 83? Like 11? I wasn't into Ewoks. I didn't hate them. I never got the Ewok hate. I never hated the Ewok. Some people just, oh, that's cute and cuddly. I hate it. You just like you have to hate it. No, but I wouldn't wear a damn watch. Put Boba Fett on that watch. At least put Jabba the Hutt on it. I would have wore it with them. And how about this? That's a cool ass desk to have in your room. I know it's for kids. Makes me want to put it in my room right now and do homework. Makes me want to put it over here, and then I'll walk down to the local school and say, you got some homework? I'll be on, remember those sheets of paper that had little lines on it, teach you how to draw your ABCs and your alphabets and your numbers and shit? I used to hate those papers. Remember that? It had like 2 lines at the top and a dotted line in the middle. Hated that. Then you learn cursive, and you're like, how the hell do I do a Z? Q? I can't even remember all that stuff now. That's cool though. How about a doll of a Ewok I wanted to see behind? Oh yeah, there's this Wicket. Wicket the Ewok. He was real big. Real big. We could do a whole merchandise on the Ewok stuff. At least by the time the cartoon came out, they was really pushing the Ewok stuff. But we're try to keep it best I could to 1983. And how about this? A food tray for them TV dinners. Whoa, who didn't love Hey, you want a Salisbury steak with a very hard brownie? Well, you could. You can eat it right there on your tray while you watch. You can go watch Riptide. Spit all over the damn table. You can watch Riptide. And how about this? The damn suitcase, man. I'm going to my grandma's this weekend. I'm going to put my slacks in my Return of the Jedi briefcase. Well, there you go. It's for a fan that loves the Empire. Ain't no Luke Skywalker on this thing. Nope, no heroes. Darth Vader. Man, he's got the guards with him. Hey, guards, you're supposed to be hanging out with Palpatine. Don't you hate when somebody tells you, talks about Return of the Jedi, and they call the Emperor, they call him Sidious? You know you're talking to a damn millennial. You can call him the Palpatine. You can call him the Emperor. I call him the Emperor, but you can call him Palpatine. I'll let that pass. You don't call him, this is my favorite part of Return of the Jedi when Darth Sidious comes. No, there's no Darth Sidious in Return of the Jedi. Let's move on. I'm getting aggravated. How about this scary-ass mask? Good Lord. It's a trap. That is a trap right there. Ugh. This thing should be released during Halloween. That thing is scary. And how about this right here? Remember these? Dream catchers, I think they were called. I guess you had to put some little... They look like girl stuff, so I guess girls went into this. I don't know. Maybe guys went into it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. You don't got to let me know. But you put all this stuff on it, hang it up, light shines through it or something. I don't know what it was. I've seen them before, but I don't really know the whole detail with them. And then we've got scissors. This scissors lady don't cut. Look at these scissors. These scissors ain't gonna cut nothing. You ain't gonna circumcise yourself with these scissors. Trust me, I know. I ain't gonna get into it all right now. It was a pair of Alf scissors. But let's not talk about that now. Let's look at these Return of the Jedi scissors. He can't even cut paper with them. Well, that's it, guys. Merchandise released in 1983 with the Return of the Jedi. Yep, when it came back out, merchandise had to be in the stores. It wasn't like when Star Wars came out when people was like, I don't know if it's going to be a hit or not. By 1983, the merchandise was rolling in. And last week we looked at some non-figure merchandise for early Star Wars, but skipped Empire. So let me know in the comments if I should look at some Empire stuff that's not action figure released. They got released in 1980. Let me know that or whatever you want me to know in the comments below.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.